Hello everyone, I'm FARMERSIM and welcome back to the Vintage Oaks. I do hope you're doing very well and having a wonderful day. So here we are, it's the 4th and last day of October, and today's focus is going to be primarily on drilling field 62, the biggest field on the map. Just off to the right there behind the shed on the other side of the road. We're going to get that drilled with canola and get cracking on. Now it's a big job, of course. We're going to be obviously employing our trio of tractors here, the 2 Fords and the Case. All still got the seeders attached to them here. All the seeders have got some seed in them, but I'm going to brim the tanks with fuel and we're going to top up all of the seeders with seed. But we are obviously going to need to, they are going to at least need one refill, I'm sure, because it is a massive field. So, aside from that, other jobs that we do need to focus on at some point soon is fertilising. Now, we're in the 4th of October, so we're alright for now, but field 26, if I jump into the map PDA very quickly, field 26 here, the field of wheat, this is germinated, this is the one we sprayed herbicide in the last episode. This is going to need its first coat of fertiliser, it hasn't got anything in there at the minute, and obviously if we once we get into tomorrow, which will be the first day in November, all these 3 fields, the barley, the oat, and what will be the canola, these will all have germinated as well, and will all need their first coat of fertiliser. But it's an expensive job when you've got big fields like this, and at the minute we're on £62,636. We do have 2,200 and something, well, we got 2,232 litres of liquid fert here, but we haven't got enough money to cover all fields financially, just with their first coat of fertiliser. So, timing-wise, obviously, if I jump into the time-saving stock check mod, as you can see there, January is the best sell time for the barley and oats that we currently have stashed in the silo. Now, obviously, I'm going to need to be careful with all that because I don't want to do what I did last time and sell a chunk of the grain just to get a bit of money back into the account. I've already done that once and I'm not going to do it again. So there, obviously, at the minute we've got, what's that, about 400,000 quid's worth, give or take a bit. We've got about 400,000 quid's worth of grain that we'll be able to sell. In fact, no, where are we there? 460, sorry, I was reading the wrong one. I was looking at the value here, but the max value here, that's 450, 60. So about 470,000 pounds worth of grain in the silo there. So I'm not going to sell any of that ahead of time now. We're going to need to wait till January. So timing wise, we should be all right. We can afford to wait till January to give the fields their first coat of fertiliser, because obviously harvest time is several months forward from that. So because we're playing with no precision farming, we can afford to do that. There's 2 stages of fertiliser, month following month. So yeah, that's the idea anyway. We will focus today on getting 62 drilled. Now, the silage bunker over there is 90% fermented, so come tomorrow as well, we'll be able to transfer all of that, hopefully. Let's open that cover up there. Which button is it to open the cover now? Where are we? Wrong one. There we go. Start filling. So yeah, 90% fermented. So we need to transfer all of that into the TMR mixer, and then what we need to do then is also transfer half of, or roughly about half of our quantity of straw bales that we have in the shed here. We need to get a load of those shifted over into there as well to top up the TMR mixer and get that completely full. At the minute, jumping just very quickly again into our productions menu, there we go. It's full of hay, but there's no silage and only a little bit of straw. So once we've got the silage in there and the straw in there as well, that'll be completely stuffed and ready to rock. So let's close that cover and then we'll just roll this thing very quickly round to here and top it up with a bit of fuel. Now you'll have to forgive me as well if I sound a bit hoarse and a bit rough. I'm just getting over a mild case of man flu, so I do forgive me if my voice sounds a bit rough, and yeah, I'm still very much in the throes of a recovery period here, so it's quite difficult doing this when you're not feeling 100%, I must admit, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done. Got plenty of work to catch up on here. So right, there's one. Let's just let that tick over and warm up. Jump in the blue one here as well, do the same. It's not too empty, this one, I suppose, but Oh, this one is, sorry, I was looking at the fuel there. But, let's top that up there. Obviously this is going to cost us a pretty penny as well, isn't it, seed-wise, for this big field, but it's got to be done. Huge quantities of acres to get drilled, but then once this is done, that's all of our fields drilled. Be able to crack on with a few other things. So there we go. What's that just cost us there? £4,200, goodness me. And no doubt each one of them will need a refill, so that's, so even if it's just one refill, that's 12,600 quid, isn't it? Yeah, goodness. It's a costly affair, this, isn't it? Right, anyway, I shall get these 3 all boxed off and get them down to the field and fill the case up and sort that one out in a second as well. And I'll join you at the field in a few moments' time, a few minutes, when we're ready to crack on. Right, we're off. Got my other 2 farm hands over there, my workers helping, so I'm going to run in this one here, as you can see, the Silver Jubilee. It's a beautiful day. The forecast has given sunshine and clear skies all day long, so it's a perfect day to be drilling a big field like this. Now, I did spend a couple more quid as well on just maintaining these 3 things, 2 Fords in the case, and also the seeders as well. So now we started at, where did we start? 62 grand before. We're now at 54,746, so we've spent a few quid before we've even started, haven't we? But it's all good. It's got to be done. So, you all know the score. I'm going to stick a bit of music behind this massive job. What time is it now, actually? It's 8:30 in the morning, so again, I'm going to guesstimate maybe somewhere between 4 and 5 hours to get this done, considering a bit of backing and toing, going and filling up once or twice perhaps. So, let's crack on. Right, there we go. Job finished, drilling complete. It's just turned 12 o'clock, so a good few hours work, but it's all sorted. And pleasantly, as well, I hadn't appreciated the low seed rate of canola. So we didn't actually have to fill up any of the seeders at all. Each of them have got roughly about 30% left in the tank, so very pleased with that as well. So we haven't had to expend any more money. We're still at £54,746. So that's all excellent. Now, as during that whole job, obviously the several hours that it's taken, I have been doing the usual, just sitting there getting the job done, but just having a bit of a ponder and a thought about what I can do. And one thing I've decided I am going to do regarding the silage that we've got over in the bunker at the minute, which is, I think presently is about 93% fermented now. So come tomorrow, the first day of November, that'll all be done, ready to go. But what I'm going to do, I'm actually going, instead of just putting almost 1 million litres of it into the total mix ration machine, I've decided I'm going to keep half of it and I'm going to sell half of it. So just to get a bit more money back into the bank account. But in order to do that, I need to take it all to the BGA. Now, the BGA is on the other side of the map. It's right on the very north edge of the map. And the trailers I have a capacity of like 14,500 litres. So it's going to be quite a task, but it'll be worth it, I think. So what I'm going to do, because what I also do have to do is this field here is, obviously we've just drilled it, but it does need rolling. And this afternoon, between now and the end of October, essentially, is my only window of opportunity, because come November, this is going to have germinated, and I won't be able to roll it anymore. So, with a 6-metre roller, this is going to take a considerable amount of time. So I think I'm going to get that done off camera this afternoon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all this lot back over to the farm. We'll start now. Actually, we'll start tidying things up. I'm going to get all this lot back to the yard. I'm going to clean off all the machinery. We're going to empty the seeders of the seed because they're not going to be needed for a wee while. We'll stash the seed away somewhere in one of the sheds. We'll give everything a clean up, and then essentially what I'm going to do is I'll pick you all up tomorrow morning. Essentially, as you can see, I've started prepping things here already. Yeah, I'll pick you all up tomorrow morning when field 62 has been completely rolled. And there we go. Forgive me, it's quite difficult to concentrate on talking and driving at the same time. But yeah, essentially I'll pick you all up in the morning when the field's been rolled, and we've got the 3 vehicles ready to go to shift all the silage from the bunker, or half the silage from the bunker, to the BGA. Obviously I've already started prepping. I've got the Fent and we've got the JCB, but JCB being the fastest vehicle we've got, because that's going to be something to consider, because obviously shifting 500,000 litres of silage in trailers with a capacity of 14,500 litres to the other side of a 4X map is going to take quite a while, isn't it? So we've got the fast track, we've got the big Fent, and I'll be running one of the Fords as well. Now ordinarily the Fords they don't usually have a high speed, but these ones have been breathed on by FARMERSIM Briscoe himself. He sent me the pack that he modded because he appreciated that it is a 4X map, and using the Fords that are quite right for this map. They didn't have a very high top speed, so he's fettled with them, and I think they've got a top speed of about 30 miles an hour. Why is this seeder taking so long to clean? Come on, get that bit of mud off the end of the wheel there. Goodness me. So yeah, anyway, faffing on to now. But yeah, we'll run the Fent and the JCB. I have kitted the JCB out here with a set of normal road wheels now, as opposed to the narrows, so we can get the job done a little bit quicker. Now the capacity of the bucket that we have on the front of this little Ford here is 20,000 litres. I think it is a modded thing, so fortunately, imagine if I was trying to shift 500,000 litres with a bucket with a 3,500-4,000 litre capacity. That'd take a while. So yeah, it's not lost on me how big that job is going to be, and I think what I will do is put it into a bit of a time lapse. That's the idea. So yeah, and I need to think about where I'm going to put this seed, don't I? Right. Anyway, I'll leave you to it, and I'll pick you all up in the morning, as I say, once the rolling's done, and I've got everything tidied away, and we'll crack on with another massive job. Good morning, everyone. Here we are now, first day of November, ready to crack on. Now, tell you what, that rolling job last night, 6 hours and 45 minutes. Absolutely crazy, it really was. But all for what I think it was a 3% increase in yield across that field, which I know on a big field, 3% could be considered quite a bit when you tot it all up. But yeah, needless to say, that was a massive, massive job. So anyway, on to the morning's work. I've just sorted out the cows, given them a quick top-up of straw and a bit of TMR, of course. And I've now got me another trio of tractors here with the trailers ready to crack on. I've got all my workers ready, sitting ready to go. And as you can see, the silage is fermented completely 100%. So let's open the silo up. 918,444 litres of the stuff. So, like I said before, I'm going to obviously split that roughly somewhere down the middle. Initially, I'm just going to take the half out of here now, put it into the trailers over the next couple of hours, and fire it off to the biogas plant, which is right up at the top end north of the map. Now, thanks to the wonderful time-saving stock check mod, that tells us, I'm just going to pop into that now very quickly, there we go. Where are we? There we go. So that now tells us at the minute it's currently worth 164,658 quid. So give or take a few quid. This whole job is going to be worth roughly about 80 grand. So I'm quite happy that I've made this decision to do that, to be honest, as 80 grand would be a welcome addition to the bank, quite frankly, at the minute. Just shy of 50 at the minute. So, like I said before, I'm going to stick this into some kind of big time lapse, and obviously I'm not going to be able to get the whole thing into a time lapse because this is going to be several hours worth of work. It's a good few minutes journey for each tractor to the other side of the map there to tip it all, but needless to say, I'll do my best to put some music behind it, and we'll crack on. The sun's out, it's a lovely day. So yeah, let's get to it. Right, there we go. Job done. All finished. Now, as you can see, the bank account is now looking a little bit better, a little bit more blessed. £122,479. We made in total 72,659 quid. And left over in the silage bunker at the minute, we've got just over 493,000 litres to shift over into the TMR mixing station. So yeah, I think that was time well spent, quite honestly. We got a bit more money in the bank because obviously, as you can see now, the fields have started germinating. This is our field of oats, looking very healthy, and the other few are all germinated as well. Now if I pop into the map PDA there, as you can see, these 4 fields, 17, 22, 26 and 62, have no level of fertiliser in there at all. So we've got to run 2 stages of fertilisation in all 4 of those fields. Hence the need for a bit more money in the bank. So that's going to be coming up in the next few episodes, no doubt. We'll get that covered in the next few months. But it does look so much better now that there's a bit of green in the fields. The lovely autumnal colours of the trees looking splendid. But when the fields are completely brown with nothing showing, it does look a bit plain, doesn't it? But now they're a bit green. It just looks lovely, doesn't it? But for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's a power of work done. I'm glad that we've got a bit more money into the bank, got a bit of work done. The canola field has been drilled now, of course, as well. So everything's now growing away. So it's just a case of keeping on top of things now for the next few months. But like I say, for this episode, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you have enjoyed the video and found it a little bit of fun and a little bit interesting. As always, if you're new to the channel and you like my content, you like the way I'm doing things, please consider hitting that subscribe button and jumping on board, joining the channel. Please give the video a like if you can. It does do wonders. It helps the YouTube algorithm do its thing. And, as always, there are a host of links in the video description below with my Giants Partner promo code. If any of you are in the market for purchasing a DLC, an add-on, a season pass, or even the full game itself, or even pre-ordering Farming Simulator 25, and you like the idea of helping a content creator out and supporting their channel, as always, I would be massively appreciative. So thanks again for your time, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.